My tech business, Why Not Tech Services, is coming up short. So far this year, my active income from running the business is missing the mark by an average of exactly $1,423.81 every month. If I were still stuck in my old life, relying on my factory night shift job, a monthly deficit of over $1,400 would have triggered an automatic wave of survival panic. It would have meant looking at the calendar, groggily figuring out how many extra 13-hour graveyard shifts I would have to pick up, and trading away more nights of my life just to scrape by. But I'm done trading my life away for a fixed clock. Today, I don't go back to the night shift. Instead, I let my high-yield portfolio cover the gap. Welcome back to Dividends After Dark. Today, we're opening up the books completely to show you the messy reality of running a solo business, why my option income funds are acting as a tactical survival bridge, and how I'm using what's left over to clear level 1 of the income game. Let's look at the raw numbers on the spreadsheet. The internet purists and index fund gurus love to pretend that entrepreneurship is a straight line to infinite money. But this is the unglamorous truth. Why Not Tech Services pays for the vast majority of my family's regular expenses. But when it falls short by that $1,423, the cash flow has to come from somewhere. So here's how the cash actually flows right now. I don't have a massive business surplus to dump into the stock market. Instead, I skim exactly what I need from my volatile covered call distributions like NVDY and TSLY to patch up that active income gap, so my family remains perfectly safe and comfortable. Then, and only then, whatever cash is left over from those distributions gets rounded up and thrown directly back into the portfolio. Right now, every single dollar of those leftovers are going into HHIS. The haters in the comment section love to point at my screen and tell me my portfolio is a disaster because my paper net worth moves around in the red. They say I'm just eating my own tail. But here's the response to the theorists. Those unrealized gains on your index funds can't pay for my groceries this Friday. The cash flow is real. It's keeping me out of the factory, and it's keeping the lights turned on while I build my business on my own terms. Relying on high-yield distributions to plug a real-world business gap is a high-wire act. And you have to understand the mechanics of what you're playing with. Funds like NVDY and MSTY are what I call portable generators. They're temporary, they're incredibly loud, and they burn capital fuel to give you immediate high-amperage cash flow right when you need it, like I used to escape my soul-crushing night. They create that income by selling synthetic covered calls, which means their payouts rely completely on major stock market volatility. When things trade completely sideways, the portable generator sputters. The premiums shrink. If you try to power your entire house forever on nothing but a sputtering portable generator, you're going to wind up sitting in the dark. That's why I've been building a permanent power grid. A fund like HHIS from Harvest uses a diversified leveraged covered call strategy. It's designed for more sustainable, predictable utility. It doesn't swing wildly around like the single stock tech option traps. It's designed to be more of a steady infrastructure. I'm using the loud, volatile generators to keep things running today, but my long-term survival relies on building out that permanent grid. That brings us to the active side of the equation. Active income is the ultimate shield protecting your investments. When my monthly covered call distributions fluctuate downward, I don't stare helplessly at my Wealthsimple app. I turn up the throttle on Why Not Tech Services. Every general computer repair job I take on, whether it's breathing life into a sluggish laptop, replacing a fried power supply, or wiping out a nasty malware infection, is a direct tactical move. Every computer fixed on this bench actively shrinks that $1,400 shortfall. But the real defensive anchor of the business is my Gold Plus security suite. This is where I provide local residential clients and small businesses complete protection against ransomware, identity theft, and the aggressive online scammers targeting everyday people. For my clients, it means complete digital peace of mind. For my business, it means predictable, recurring monthly revenue. The more clients I protect with the Gold Plus security suite, the faster my business deficit shrinks down to zero, and the less dividend cash I have to siphon out of the markets to live on. The more cash remains behind to build real wealth. So let's look at where we stand on the goal track. A lot of people mistake my immediate focus for the ultimate destination of this channel. But hitting $1,000 a month from HHIS isn't the final goal. It's just level 1 of the game. It's about laying down a rock-solid, permanent foundation. Right now, my position in HHIS is generating approximately $789 each month. That means I'm 79% of the way to my level 1 goal. The second this fund hits $1,000 a month in steady distributions, the rules of the game change. The baseline infrastructure is locked in, and when that happens, we're going to immediately pivot the leftover dividend cash into level 2, which right now will most likely be aggressively building a position in EASY, EASY, up to the same $1,000 a month mark. I'm treating my financial freedom like an old school platformer. Getting HHIS to $1,000 a month is just clearing World 1-1. You dodge the pitfalls, you grab your coins, and you slide down the flagpole to wrap up the stage. But the second we land that jump, the screen scrolls, and we start running through World 1-2, which, like I said, will probably be trying to conquer EASY, getting it to the same 1K a month monthly payout. The keyboard warriors can keep typing out their perfect, theoretical, 30-year essays in the comment section. Let them type. They're optimizing for a pristine spreadsheet when they turn 65. I'm optimizing for the absolute right to control my time today. I'll gladly take on capital volatility if it means I don't have to answer to a factory supervisor or set a night shift alarm ever again. If you're out there grinding away on your own active side hustle or trying to beat level 1-1 of your own dividend grid, drop a comment below. Tell me what asset you're using to build your foundation. And hit that subscribe button. Track this messy, real-time experiment with me. And let's see how many weeks it takes to bridge this gap. This is Dividends After Dark, where the red is real, the business grind is real, and I'll see you in the next level.